Often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws!
Hello, race fans, and welcome tonight here at the Kentucky Speedway Live on the OSR Network. We are on round, I believe this is 3. Yeah, round 3 of the chase for the Xfinity Motorsports99.com NASCAR Xfinity Series. And I'm Tanner Sharp up here in the booth, and alongside me is Mr. David Everly. And David, this is Kentucky Speedway. It is 14 degrees of banking. It is the old pavement in Kentucky. iRacing does not have the repaved version here. I don't know if you've ever turned any laps around here. If you have, what was your experience like?
It's been so long, I don't race anymore.
Well, Kentucky Speedway is a fun speedway. I mean, usually the bottom line, but usually it can open up some multi-groove racing as the race goes on. Since due to the dynamic tracks. But let's talk about the drivers here. I'm going to go over the point standings here currently right now. Steve excuse me, that's race results. He won Pocono 2 weeks ago. Bryce Whitson Jr. is on top of the board right now in leading the points. Hunter McDaniel in second. Mike Rominger in third. Bryce Sinisek is fourth. Eric Tesk running off the top five. Travis Pryor's in sixth. Seventh place, Tommy Haynes and Marty Ray. Ninth place, Richie Evans. And rounding out the top 10, Wally Tierheimer. That is a top 10 in points. Actually, we are in the chase, so I am going to say John Wimbish is also on the tail end, Charlie, as the final 11 drivers in this championship field. A bunch of drivers got to try to make up some points here tonight. We only got a few more races left, at least. After tonight, it'll be 2 races to go. So if you're about 20 points behind, which is from 5th place on back, Eric Tesk, Travis Pryor, Tommy Haynes, Marty Ray, Richie Evans, Wally Tierheimer, John Wimbish, time to get going. Time to start racking up them wins, lead the most laps, because every point is critical for these chase races. Let's talk about the drivers here right now. On top of the board, Tommy Haynes so far fastest in qualifying. Eric Tesk is in the top 5. He's 4th. Wimbish is 5th. And Mike Rominger, he's consistent this season. He's in 3rd in qualification. The practice times, I'm just going to read off the top 5 drivers in practice. Michael Atkins Jr., Eric Tesk, Randy Perdue, Marty Ray, and Bryce Whitson Jr. rounding out the top 5 in practice as far as speed charts. Mike Rominger, Hunter McDaniel, Tommy Raines, John Wimbish, and David Elliott, the rest of the top 10 in practice. So some drivers that were fast in practice, like Bryce Whitson, he was top 5. He's starting 7th tonight, but we're starting to grid up here. So speaking of the grid, we're going to name off who's going to start where here tonight. Starting on the pole, Tommy Haynes with a 31.485. David Elliott will start in 2nd. Mike Rominger will start in 3rd. Eric Tesk will start 4th. John Wimbish will start 5th. Michael Atkins Jr. in 6th. Bryce Whitson in 7th. Travis Pryor in 8th, Randy Perdue in 9th, and rounding out the top 10, Wally Tierheimer. Marty Ray is in 11th, Hunter McDaniel 12th, 13th, Kerry Cleaver, Bryce Sinisek 14th, Brent Kuehl in 15th, Jamie Rigney in 16th, Gary Wobolt 17th, Joshua Gillen, the last driver to take qualification time, in 18th, Andy Starcher 19th, and Don Kidder rounding out the top 20 cars that supposedly starting this race. Andy and Don are not here, but I am seeing, neither is Joshua Gillen, but I am seeing Gary Wobolt. So far it's about 17 drivers are going to take the field here tonight. Kentucky Speedway, a very fun racetrack. We just had a build, an update to iRacing a week ago. So, and one of those updates is going to be coming off of pit road. Hopefully, we might have a camera angle on it as soon as the drivers get moving. But there will be a blue line, I believe, at the exit of turn 2. I have not seen it here at Kentucky just yet. I would have to see it myself. But there's a blue line at the end of turn 2. You have to stay on the apron of the racetrack at all times now. iRacing will black flag you if you merge onto the racetrack after exiting pit road. So that is new to iRacing, as well as when drivers go through the grass area, especially on the front straightaway, the grass will get all kicked up in the air like a snowplow. Pretty cool effects here on the sim. All right, so drivers are starting to grid up here. 17 drivers look like they're going to take the green flag here tonight. 18, excuse me. Joshua Gillen's back. So Joshua Gillen tailing Charlie at the field. Tommy Haynes. Now they're going to get started rolling off of pit road. Pit exit line is right there, a little further down than what you expect. Still got to maintain your pit road speed. Now, on an opening pace lap, you can still enter the racetrack, but when it comes to any kind of pit stops, you would have to stay on the apron. And I think that's what Tommy Haynes in the 17 is doing right now, understanding where that line is. Let's see here. Is there a line? Yep, there's a blue cone right on the wall. You would have to stay below that yellow line until you pass that blue cone. Then you can merge onto the racetrack. The first time I've ever seen that here at Kentucky. But nonetheless, we only get one pace lap here at the Kentucky Speedway. Bryce Whitson's leading the championship. We'll keep an eye on him throughout the night. He is starting in 7th in that. Paint scheme he's driving tonight is Be the Match, Camaro. All right, coming to take the green flag here at Kentucky Speedway. Pace car's in. And we're off. Green flag. We are racing at Kentucky Speedway for the Extreme Motorsports 99.com NASCAR Xfinity Series. What a whale of a jump. Tommy Haynes gets on the start of this race. First side-by-side battles for second place between Mike Rominger in the number 9 and the 42 of David Elliott. Rominger looks like he's got the preferred groom on fresher tires, so he's going to try to take advantage of second place right off the bat. David Elliott not giving up without a fight, though, but he might have to surrender the lead coming off the corner exit. He will. Bryce Whitson now is battling with a driver. That is between the number, who's that? That was number 18. No, number 12, excuse me. John Wimbish, 18. I don't know what I'm seeing here. Good clean start as the number 17, Tommy Haynes, leads the first lap. Bryce Whitson. Right behind him is the number 96 of Eric Tesk. He's in the battle with the number 2 of Michael Atkins Jr. Atkins really close to the left rear quarter panel of that number 96 of Eric Tesk. Now he's being pressured by the number 81 of Travis Pryor. Pryor, Atkins, and Tesk, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Pryor's utilizing that higher line. Might be a little early for that higher line, but watch. Those drivers will try to move up into that middle groove racetrack as the run goes on, depending upon how the car is handling. There goes Eric Tesk for position, or excuse me, Michael Atkins Jr. for position on Eric Tesk. Race lead is shrunk to about a 10th. Nothing producing just yet. The biggest battles between Atkins. Oh, trouble down turn 1. 42, David Elliott is around. Caution flag.
As we go back to the replay here, trying to see, started with David Elliott and Michael Atkins here. Let's see exactly what happened. Atkins and Elliott got together. 42 David Elliott up in. Unfortunately, the 40 of Joshua Gillen also involved in that. So there's a couple cars involved, but that's an early wreck there. Hard momentum breaker for the 42 of David Elliott.
Sometimes when you get on the entrance corner like that, you get in a little too hard, and sometimes the driver on the outside comes down just a little bit, and you just meet in the middle, and someone goes for a ride, and this time it was David Elliott. So David Elliott with some pretty significant damage, which brings out the first caution of the evening here tonight. The field has just now caught the pace car. The pit road should be open this time by Tommy Haynes still leads the race. Mike Rominger in 2nd. John Wimbish is in 3rd. Bryce Whitson in 4th. And Michael Atkins Jr. running out the top 5. It is a nighttime setting here at the Kentucky Speedway. Pit road's going to be open this time by. Let's see if there's going to be any takers. There's going to be some takers here. Anybody going to stay out, fake the field? Nope, everybody's going to come in. So pit road's going to be very busy. The weather tonight is 82 degrees, track temperature 83 degrees. So it's relatively cool out there, warm for air temperature, but the track is cool, and which can provide these drivers enough grip. The wind is going anywhere from 6 to 10 miles an hour from the northwest. Pit road speed limit down pit road is 50 miles an hour. 140 laps tonight. Everybody stops in their pit box, nice and clean from what I have seen. Right sides are going up. And drops the jack. Left side's going up now. And Bryce Whitson is done first. He's going to beat Atkins and the 12 of Wimbish. Tommy Haynes, Mike Rominger, Bryce Whitson, John Wimbish, and Eric Tesk, Michael Atkins Jr. Top 5 cars. One car did stay out. That would be the number 40 of Joshua Gillen. It's either he's going to stay out this time by, or he's going to go in. He did start 18th, tail end Charlie on field, so picking up a I don't think he did not officially lead a lap. No, he did not. So we'll see. I think he's got some damage. I'm going to double check on this. Yes, he does. Joshua Gillen has some damage. So that would bring him down pit road. That would surrender the lead. Over to Tommy Haynes once again. Tommy Haynes has yet to relinquish the lead. Pace car lights still turned on, so we will see another pace lap here tonight. By the way, folks, be sure to chat with us here tonight on the OSR network. The chat is lightening up. Thank you for watching here tonight. I'll keep an eye on it as the night progresses. Going down the back straightaway, or coming off turn 2 right now. Tommy Haynes here, currently your race leader. Let's check. I'm going to check on pit times here just to see who had a good pit time. Let's see. Tommy Haynes had a 14.5. Rominger had a 15.1. Whitson had a 15.4. Even though he was done first. The fastest, yeah. Tommy Haynes really nailing his pit stop time because he's the fastest within the top 5. Anybody closest to that was Eric Tesk, who's currently in 5th with a 14.9. Travis Pryor, I believe, received a penalty. Unless I'm going to double check to see if he had some kind of damage because he's now backed up into 15th. His pit stop was 28.2. I'm just checking on Travis's car here. See if there's any apparent damage on the number 81 machine. I'm not seeing... Oh, yeah, there is some damage. There is some damage on that Autism Awareness Camaro. So I do believe we have the one-to-go signal this time by, I think. Yes, we do. Travis Pryor, yeah, he just came down pit road and just got a lot of the damage fixed. Travis Pryor is going to be in the back of the pack, 15th, but a lot of time to catch on up. We got the one-to-go signal. Everybody's going to double file up and ready to go. Tommy Haynes, Mike Rominger, Bryce Whitson. Whitson's been fast since the opening of the green flag. John Wimbish is up there in 4th, and Eric Tesk running in the top 5. Michael Atkins Jr., Marty Ray, Hunter McDaniel, Wally Tierheimer, and Bryce Sinisek rounding out the rest of the top 10. Pace car is going to be in. Green flag again. First restart of the night, another solid jump and restart by Tommy Haynes. First side-by-side battle is going to be between Bryce Whitson and Mike Rominger. Whitson gets the position on Rominger. Rominger might think about coming back. Look at this power move around the outside for the race lead. Here comes Bryce Whitson to the point. Just powered around Tommy Haynes, made it look easy. Whitson to the front. And he just gets on the gas. Just it's so much better than the rest of the top 5 drivers. So earlier and able to make it stick, but they're not going to be denied because here comes Rominger. Whitson closes the door on that momentum run from Rominger. So far, Rominger is holding on to the outside pretty good. Tommy Haynes was doing good on the inside in the opening stages of the race. Now he's kind of losing some ground, lost 2 positions due to drivers passing him around the outside. Maybe the outside line is the way to go now. Whitson comes around and leads another lap. Rominger in second. Now there's going to be a good battle back there between Marty Ray and Hunter McDaniel. McDaniel gets around Ray. Bryce Sinisek back here feeling the pressure of Wally Tierheimer. So far, Michael Atkins Jr. is in the top 5, running in 4th. I think he passed John Wimbish. Wimbish is now in 5th. Eric Tesk in 6th. The leaders are kind of single file racing, trying to see the first side-by-side battle going on. Nothing really. Well, there might be a battle between Travis Pryor and Wally Tierheimer. They're not side-by-side, but I tell you what, Pryor gave the bumper to Wally Tierheimer, just a little bit of a bumper tap. And now Pryor is going to go underneath Tierheimer. There's the 5 back there of Randy Perdue. So Travis Pryor now cracks the top 10. Randy Perdue going after Wally Tierheimer. So Tierheimer looks like he might lose 2 positions as those cats are battling back there. Another battle that's brewing up is going to be the 65 of Marty Ray, Hunter McDaniel in the 57. It's actually the first side-by-side battle on track. Marty Ray in the 65 on the bottom, then a second the 09 on the high side. Mike Rominger has caught the race leader, has yet to pass him though. It's just a matter on when and where can you pass him. Putting a little pressure on the race leader right now. As these drivers come off turn number 4, everybody's now kind of single file racing now. Michael Atkins has now caught Tommy Haynes, along with John Wimbish. Throw 3rd, 4th, and 5th over a blanket. Pressuring for the race lead, Mike Rominger is. Cannot get anything, just cannot get the correct run coming off the exit of the corner to really challenge him for side-by-side for the race lead. So as that continues, I'm just kind of scrolling through the field here just to see if there's any side-by-side battles. Travis Pryor is putting a little pressure on Bryce Sinisek. Nothing producing of a side-by-side racing just yet. Otherwise, everybody's kind of content running single file at the moment. But I tell you what, Eric Tesk on back though. Eric Tesk, Hunter McDaniel, Marty Ray, Bryce Sinisek, Travis Pryor. You can fold over a blanket. That is 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, and 10th. All running less than a second. And nothing happened with the race leaders just yet, but oh, there goes Sinisek. Sinisek's going to go after Marty Ray. Looking towards the inside. Right behind him's Pryor. Pryor has got a nice little bit of a run coming off of turn number 4. He might split him 3 wide, possibly. The door might close. Yes, it does. First side-by-side battle I'm seeing. Marty Ray now on the higher line. Gets the nice run. Man, here comes Travis Pryor with just as good of a run as Marty Ray, as Sinisek is the Lone Ranger on the bottom. There goes Pryor to the inside, looking on the inside. Side by side, if Pryor gets this, he will get 8th. Battle for the race lead. Mike Rominger and Bryce Whitson. Rominger on the bottom, Whitson's on the higher line. Whitson's going to get a nice little bit of a run down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3. 14 degrees of banking. This is the old, just a reminder to viewers, this is the old version of Kentucky. The repave version has not been implemented into the iRacing service. I do like the old version better though, but again, that might change. My mind might change once the repave version comes out, if it ever does. Whitson still holding on to that race lead though. Rominger has yet to lead the lap. Fought for the race lead, just couldn't get it done. Alright, since that unfolded, we got a pretty good battle in the back of the pack here, or I shouldn't say back of the pack. Both the top 10, about 10 around 10th place. That's actually 8th, 9th, and 10th. Marty Ray, Travis Pryor, Bryce Sinisek. Now these 3 cats have been all over each other the last 3, 4, 5 laps-ish. Because here comes Randy Perdue. He's going to join this mix. If there's anything going on with the leaders, nothing yet. Nothing really else happening. The biggest battles between Travis Pryor and Sinisek. Otherwise, everybody's kind of remaining single file. Pryor, looks from what I'm reading in the chat, Travis Pryor really likes this racetrack. Well, she's showing it. Currently running in the top 10. Oh, Sinisek kind of washed up the hill just a little bit. Almost made contact with the 81 of Pryor. Pryor's just doing his best, trying to hold his line, trying to get the good momentum on corner exit to clear Sinisek. Oh, by the way, I never even talked about fuel. It's 65% fuel limit here tonight. A little over half of an actual NASCAR Monster Energy or NASCAR Xfinity run. So I would say about 20, I'm going to go on a limb and go 28 to 30 laps approximately. That's just my guess, maybe 26. I do not have the fuel numbers. So Bryce Whitson currently still leads the race. He's pulled away by about 0.2 of a second. Rominger still keeping tabs with him. Tommy Haynes remains in third. He's starting to catch the leaders right now in a dramatic way. Right now, between the top three, it's only separated by 0.6 of a second. Michael Atkins Jr. is now being challenged by John Wimbish. This is a battle for fourth. Wimbish in the 12, Atkins in the 2. And Mountain Dew number 2. John Wimbish. Change my camera angles. He's in the Honda Generators. Ford Mustang. Good looking paint scheme for John tonight. As he does battle with Michael Atkins. Could not get the position, but here comes Eric Tesk now. Tesk is going to try to go for fifth on Wimbish. So you can fold 4, 5, and 6 over a blanket. Travis Pryor did get by Bryce Sinisek, folks. He looks like he wants to try to gun down Marty Ray. John Wimbish now being pressured by Eric Tesk. That's the closest battle between those two cats on track. Tesk is going to go to the inside now on Wimbish. Pretty good side-by-side battle. And Tesk got Wimbish. Close quarters though too, but Wimbish might think about a crossover though. Got the door slammed down though for doing it. Tell you what, pressure is being put on once again on Bryce Whitson for the race lead. Not by one car, but two cars now. Mike Rominger and Tommy Haynes. 0.2 of a second between the first three cars. Travis Pryor passes Marty Ray for 8th. Everybody, I thought Travis Pryor was going to, I don't know why my live timing and scoring did that. That scared me. Hopefully I didn't scare anybody, all Travis Pryor fans out there. But right now it looks like Whitson is kind of pulled away just a tick. While the second place is now being up for grabs, because here comes Tommy Haynes on the inside of Rominger. Haynes looks like he will complete the pass. Is Rominger going to think about doing a slide job? Not going to happen. But Tommy Haynes now in second. Remember, Tommy Haynes was the pole sitter. Been about 24 laps since they last visited pit road, including the caution laps. So if you strike about 2 laps off that, it's about 22 laps on a green flag run. Got a huge battle back in the pack here. Bryce Sinisek on back, 9th, 10th, 11th, and yeah, that's it. Except the 40 car, Joshua Gillen is a lap down though. Battle for second still going on. Here comes Rominger on the outside. Cannot get him done. He's going to get him right here, maybe? Try to get that run. Looking towards the inside now. Can't get him. As the tires wear and a cold racetrack, I assume that the cars are on the tight side here tonight. I don't know. During the post-race, if I'll ask one of the top 3 drivers if their car is tight or not, but that is my guess. Otherwise, everybody's kind of remaining in single file racing at the moment. Bryce Whitson still out front. Tommy Haynes now might be actually gunning for that race lead because he put a little bit of a small gap. Only 2/10 of a gap, 2/10 of a second gap on Mike Rominger. Wants to try to put a little pressure on Whitson. Can't be too worried at the start of a restart when drivers are passing you right off the bat. Eventually you will get them back, depending upon how hard they're driving. Off of turn 4. Well, it's not really seeing any battles going on. Everybody kind of remaining single file at the moment. Might be a battle brewing up between Bryce Sinisek and Travis Pryor, because Sinisek has now hunted down Travis Pryor. Just a matter of passing him right now. Tommy Haynes got to the back bumper of Whitson, but really had nowhere to go, along with Rominger. Rominger's not caught right back up. You know, the more these cats up towards the front battle, it's actually bringing more drivers into the mix. Drivers like the number 2 of Michael Atkins. And soon it would be Eric Tesk, who's in 5th. They continue to battle. Ooh, Whitson got really close to the outside wall as the race leader, but he didn't hit it, but still carried enough speed down the front stretch. Gonna fold over a blanket of the top 4 drivers right now. Soon top 5. Battle for the race lead. Tommy Haynes underneath Whitson. He's gonna try to go for it. Oh, he dove it in there into turn 3. Still trying to make it stick. Still trying to race them side by side. At the line, it's Tommy Haynes. Rominger, I don't know what's Rominger going to do. Whitson still trying to fight him back. Got the run on the back straightaway. I think Tommy Haynes might have a little momentum going into the corner. Clearly he does. This is the corner of the racetrack, Tommy. I've been noticing Tommy Haynes, he's been very good at. Been able to make it stick it very well. Turn 1 and 2, probably mediocre or just about the same as Bryce Whitson. But Tommy Haynes still trying to battle with Whitson. Whitson not giving up without a fight. Here comes Atkins putting pressure on Rominger. Oh yeah, Atkins is going to look down to the inside. Tommy Haynes, I think he got him. He got him. Cars are starting to hit pit road, though. As this battle continues on track, Whitson is now being pressured by Atkins Jr. and Rominger. Rominger wants to go for more, or Atkins, excuse me, wants to go for more. He got 3rd, but almost clipped the left rear quarter panel of Whitson. Meanwhile, drivers on pit road, Eric Tesk is on pit road. Hunter McDaniel hits the pits. Those are the only 2 drivers that have hit pit road this time by. Meanwhile, up towards the front right now, it's still battling between Atkins Jr. and Rominger. Whitson has lost the race lead. Here comes Bryce Whitson right now. Down into pit road. Whitson looks like he's the only guy on pit road, up number 75. Wally Tierheimer also hits the pits. So this is the time green flag pit stops are beginning. I'd say, especially in a fixed setup race like it is tonight, everybody's driving the same setup. You need to get on pit road ASAP so you don't lose any more time. So the drivers that have pitted. And I was wrong on my pit chart, folks. It's been about 33 green flag laps since they pitted. A bunch of drivers hitting pit road now. Mike Rominger, John Wimbish, Bryce Sinisek, Gary Cleaver, Travis Pryor, all hitting the pits. I got some news report to report that number 96, Eric Tesk, was posted with a penalty. I will check to see what that penalty was. Speeding on pit road. That's unfortunate for Eric Tesk. He was one of the first drivers to come down pit road. Tommy Haynes in. Gary Cleaver is also in. Everybody with some solid pit stops. So 3 drivers that have yet to pit. Michael Atkins Jr. is one of them. Randy Perdue and Brent Kuehl all have yet to make a pit stop. Once all this cycles through, Hunter McDaniel may have the race lead. Once it gets all fixed up here, because we have 3 good drivers that have yet to visit pit road. They still have yet. It's unfortunate for Eric Tesk, man, because he had to stay in his pit box for an extra 15 seconds for speeding on pit road. So his total pit time was 31 seconds in his box alone. Michael Atkins Jr. still stays out on the racetrack. Brent Kuehl in the number 4, who's in 3rd right now, has called it into the pits. Randy Perdue has stayed out. Everybody kind of running single file. Might be a battle for 4th currently, which would end up being for the race lead. That is between Hunter McDaniel and, oh man, who did Martin Ray get by? Oh, Randy Perdue. That battle for 4th is between Hunter McDaniel and Bryce Whitson now for 3rd. But as soon as Randy Perdue and Michael Atkins go down pit road, that would be a battle for the race lead between Hunter McDaniel and Bryce Whitson. So far, I've only seen... So far, there's only one... Oh, there goes Atkins Jr. to the pits. So far, I've only seen one driver receive a penalty. Looks like the pit road exit, the blue line on coming off turn number 2, has not been a factor here tonight. Randy Perdue is now the race leader. 39 laps on under green flag laps for Randy Perdue. And he's calling it to the pits. So 41 laps, including a caution flag for Randy Perdue. So all in all, about 39 laps. And guess what? Battle for the race lead is on between Hunter McDaniel and Bryce Whitson as Randy Perdue is currently the race leader, but he's on pit road, and he will surrender for that race lead to either Hunter McDaniel or Bryce Whitson. As they head down into turn number 3 and 4, Whitson's on the bottom, Hunter's on the higher line. Bryce is trying to get him. And now both these drivers now become the new race leaders. They have a 2-second gap. First and second has a 2-second gap over third place Marty Ray and Mike Rominger. Still pressing for the race lead. Tell you what, Whitson wants it, man. He is not going to give it up. He wants Hunter McDaniel to really fight for it, and he says, I'm coming after you, Marty. Or not Marty, excuse me, Hunter. Marty Ray, you're thinking about me, I bet. Oh, Whitson pushed up the racetrack just a little bit. That messed up his momentum. Still trying to pressure to Hunter McDaniel, though. This is the battle for the top spot. It's actually the closest battle on the racetrack. Actually, I take that back. The next battle, Mike Rominger just passed Marty Ray for third. That battle for the race lead, though, is not going to relinquish just yet. So far, it's taking a break. Hunter McDaniel still trying to hang on. Daniel was one of the early pitters, so by a lap sooner than Whitson, and that's what all put Hunter McDaniel up towards the front. Whitson really putting the pressure on him. Everybody else is not really battling on the racetrack. The only battle I'm seeing is for this race lead. Hunter keeps pinching him down. He's still playing defense. But Whitson's not going to be denied of this. Pushing a little pressure, a little more pressure. Whitson doing everything he can to try to get that race lead. I know he wants race lead because championship points count, and I know Hunter McDaniel is one of the championship contenders. Hunter's trying to do everything he can to get himself into this, back into the ball game. Let's see where McDaniel is here in the points standings. Hunter McDaniel is actually second in points, and he's only 6 points behind. So this is actually really good for Hunter to try to compete with Whitson. That's why he's battling so hard. Whitson again, onto the inside. Getting really close this time. Now, the more of these guys battle, the more Mike Rominger is catching these guys, and he has about a 10th each lap. Man, really close battling between the race leaders, man. Door to door. Down the back straightaway. Hitting turn number 2. Trying to force him up the track just a little bit to give him losing ground. And Whitson does it. He gets by Hunter McDaniel. Whitson now can start working with that cleaner air now. Mike Rominger's trying to set those two cats up towards the front in his sights. Travis Pryor is in the top 5, and he is pushing a little pressure on John Wimbish for 4th. Marty Ray was one of the early pit stop guys, one of the most earliest. Actually, he is the earliest. He's fallen back to 6th. Michael Atkins, one of the latest guys to pit. He's currently in 8th place. Randy Perdue is in 12th. All right. Excuse me. Well, I suppose, Director, Mr. David Everly, would it be all right if we go to a break? Oh, okay. Ben, this has been a really good race. Only one caution throughout this entire race so far this evening. One caution so far this evening. But all right, well, folks, what we're gonna do with I wanted to keep the battle for that race lead, but now everything has calmed down for that top spot. And by the way, Travis Pryor is pushing a little more pressure on John Wimbish for 4th place. We're gonna step away for a little bit. Let everybody catch the breath a little bit, get something to drink, eat, whatever you gotta do. And we'll be right back. You are watching the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Racing League's NASCAR Xfinity Series live here on the OSR Network. We'll be right back.
Don't let your first date be your last. Visit People Against Distracted Driving at PADD.org.
Welcome back, folks. You are currently watching the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Racing League of their NASCAR Xfinity Series Chase for the Championship, race number 3. As Bryce Whitson, the championship leader, is currently out front. Second in points is Hunter McDaniel. Only 0.6 of a second back. Mike Rominger is in third. John Wimbish is currently in fourth. He's pulled away from Travis Pryor because Michael Atkins Jr. on the fresher tires has passed Pryor. Otherwise, everybody's kind of remaining single file at the moment. Nothing really happening. It's been a very solid night. Only one caution here tonight. Out of 140 laps that is scheduled to be run. We are just about 3 laps away from the halfway point in this race. Bryce Whitson currently out front, all by himself, using up that clean air. That's the most gap of a lead he's had all night long. Bryce Whitson, nothing really battle. There isn't any serious battles on the racetrack, actually. Everybody's kind of by themselves. Oh, there's one. Tommy Haynes and Sinisek. Now, here's the difference, why Tommy Haynes is so far back. He was currently on pit road, not in his pit box, but on pit road longer than anybody within the top 10. His pit lane time from entrance to exit is 45.5 seconds. Everybody else averaged a 43 second. So about, yeah, 2 seconds. Difference, and that's huge. So that's why Tommy Haynes, the pole sitter, is in the back of the pack. I'm not sure if he accidentally overshot his pit stall. That may have been the case. Michael Atkins is actually pushing pressure on John Wimbish right now for 4th. See what Atkins can do. Yeah, he's got the fresher tires, so I assume he's going to get this position. On Wimbish, and he does. So that'll put Atkins Jr. into 4th. We got some drivers sitting pit road here. Wally Tierheimer, Bryce Sinisek, Eric Test. These drivers are a lap down. So far, they have not captured a caution flag. So this is about the time drivers should be seeing pit road, though. And now Travis Pryor hits the pits. 31 laps. Bryce Whitson's hitting the pits now. So green flag pit stops now really starting up here. All right, well, this is a very interesting case here because Pryor's on pit road. Just looking at pit times here, so far nobody has. Well, yeah, I got a bunch of drivers on pit road now. Hunter McDaniel, Mike Rominger, Tommy Haynes, all hitting pit road now. That just leaves Michael Atkins Jr. and Marty Ray out there. right, so right now Marty Ray hits the pits. Two other drivers that have yet, or three other drivers, excuse me, have yet to hit pit road. Michael Atkins, Randy Perdue, and Kerry Cleaver. And what happened to Travis Pryor? Something happened to Pryor. Travis Pryor has disconnected from the server. He's brought that car. Oh, okay. I was just about to say, we got a report Travis Pryor has lost connection, internet connection to the race server. He was having such a good run, too, just outside the top 5. Michael Atkins Jr. now hits the pits. Kerry Cleaver and Randy Perdue have yet to make a pit stop. Bryce Whitson has a huge gap over Hunter McDaniel. The only difference is that Hunter McDaniel now has the 1-lap pressure tires and Whitson. Mike Rominger. Is that a glitch? Dave, I don't know if it's showing on your live timing and scoring or not, but I am currently showing Rominger did not pit. He pitted, but I'm not showing a pit time. I'm going to double check to see what happened to Mike Rominger. Overshot his pit box and got too close to the inside wall for Mike Rominger and only took left side tires. Wait, did that really happen? I gotta double check on that. I know he totally overshot his pit box. Oh, no, right sides. Excuse me, not left sides. Looks like Rominger took all 4 tires, so he just lost a lot of time after overshooting his pit box. Okay, just wanted to get the facts written down. So that will back Rominger back up there in 9th place. Everybody still remains single file. Brent Kuehl, he's going to go, he's already a lap down. Randy Perdue has yet to make a pit stop. All drivers will have to make a final visit, or at least another visit to pit road before this thing is over with. As soon as Randy Perdue pits, I'll give you a recap where everybody is. Michael Atkins Jr. is back in the top 5. He was one of the later goers to pit road, but now he seemed like he was one of the earliest drivers to pit, trying to regain that track position back after staying out. So Atkins is currently back in the top 5, about a second behind John Wimbish. And Bryce Whitson has pulled away from Hunter McDaniel. It's now opened up to a 2.4 second lead. That will be the race lead if Randy Perdue pits. The racer would be Bryce Whitson. Got a little of a battle on our case for 6th place between 2 drivers, Tommy Haynes and Marty Ray. It is the closest battle on the racetrack. The other battle would be Bryce Sinisek, Wally Tierheimer, and Eric Tesk battling for position, but those drivers might be going a lap down soon. We're all about 31 seconds back from the race leader, or excuse me, oh man, lifetime and scoring has totally got me messed up here. About 15 seconds back. And just so you know, Randy Perdue did pit. He's in his pit box. So surrender the race lead to Bryce Whitson again, who has dominated today's race. He is the championship leader. Closest battle. Yeah, would be Tommy Haynes and Marty Ray. Oop, on my headset. It looks like Marty Ray's going to pull away just a little bit, so we'll keep an eye on that as that goes on. Everybody else is all kind of spread out here a little bit, but I do see a battle starting to brew up for 3rd. Michael Atkins Jr. and John Wimbish. Atkins has got fresher tires by about 3 laps. Now, some viewers might think, oh, that's not much. Well, on iRacing it is, because tire wear is so significant on the sim. There he goes for third spot. John Wimbish and Michael Atkins. Now that's just the difference in tires right there between the two drivers. As you've seen in the early stages of the race, how everybody was like closer together. That's because everybody's on the even tires, and it was very hard to pass. Now you get about 3 laps fresher tires than other drivers, then I mean they just pull away from you. Like the chat tonight, Jay Pryor just says an internet connection is like a mechanical failure in real life. It happens. That is such a true statement. Hunter McDaniel was able to clinch about 2/10 off of Whitson's lead last time by at the start-finish line. I'm going to see what he can do here. 2.2 last time, 2.1. He gained a 10th. Now, that is not for position between Atkins Jr. and the number 22, or the number 2, and Hunter McDaniel, and the 4, Brent Kuehl. Brent Kuehl is actually a lap down. The first car 1 lap down, should we get a caution, is the number 5 of Randy Perdue. Eric Tess is trying to make a comeback, trying to finish solidly in the top 10. He's currently in 10th. 15 seconds behind. Otherwise, everybody's kind of remaining by themselves out there at the moment. I guess this is a good time to go through the top 10 by each individual driver. So I'm going to try to do that right here. I'm going to start off with the race leader, Bryce Whitson. What can I say about his performance tonight? I mean, it's just astounding. He's doing very good. He's doing a very good job. He's done very well holding off other drivers when they were right behind him. He's done very well trying to pass drivers and not give up without a fight. He's making drivers earn his position tonight. Bryce Whitson's been dominating. He's got a 2-second lead over second place, Hunter McDaniel. And by the way, Hunter McDaniel second in the championship, second to Bryce Whitson, by the way, in both championship and the race. Hunter McDaniel started 12th here tonight, was in the top 10. Until the first round, the green flag pit stops began. That got him that track position up towards the front. He's now currently in second place. How about third place driver, Michael Atkins Jr.? Atkins Jr. is, I don't see him in the championship. He is not in the championship this season, but he's having a solid night here tonight. Riding in third place. He actually lost time under his green flag pit stop. That wound him out back in 8th place, but now pitting early, got him back into the top 5, and he's currently running in 3rd. John Wimbish has been extremely quiet all night, even though he's been running in the top 5 all night. Wimbish, not a scratch on that number 12 Ford Mustang. I want to give a shout out to his sponsor, his Honda Generations. That's what he has on the hood of the car. Very solid performance for Wimbish tonight. Currently riding in 4th. Marty Ray, that second green flag pit stop, actually put him up there in the top 5 right now. Started 11th. He was about 8th, 9th, and 10th area until that second round the green flag pit stops came along. He's on the older set of tires right now. He's one of the early pitters to get in that track position. But right now, he's being pressured by Tommy Haynes. Tommy Haynes currently in the 6th spot right now. He started on pole here tonight. Had a very fast car when he was up towards the front. But it just seemed like he's fallen back just a little bit. Tommy Haynes currently running in 6th place, trying to challenge for 5th. That would be the closest battle on the racetrack at the moment. Mike Rominger was in the top 5 all night until his miscue on pit road cost him a number of positions. He's currently back in 7th place right now, trying to make all that up. Maybe an early pit stop, trying to make sure you make it to the end on fuel. Maybe an early pit stop could help out Mike Rominger. But right now, I wouldn't want to do that because this is a 140 lap race. And we are on lap 93 right now. That's 47 laps to go, folks. And you still got to make another pit stop within the next 10 laps. So it'll be about 37 laps to go when we see drivers hit pit road again, approximately maybe 35. But that is still kind of pushing the fuel window. The longest we've seen on a green flag fuel run tonight has been 39 laps, so it can be done. All right, so Bryce Sinisek currently in 8th place right now. He's had a up and down here tonight, just running in the top 10, from anywhere from 8th to 11th place. He started 14th, so Sinisek currently in 8th. Wally Tierheimer is in 9th after starting in 10th. Very quiet night for Tierheimer here tonight. Hasn't made really a lot of noise. And Eric Tesk was in the top 5 until a speeding penalty on entrance cost him the number of positions. He's trying to rebound back into this race, currently in 10th, and that's the top 10 rounding out this field. But the battle's on point for 5th place between, I shouldn't say on point, but Tommy Haynes was about 3/10. He's 3/10 back from Marty Ray, so I'll keep an eye on that as it goes on. Bryce Whitson has opened up his race lead now to 2.5 seconds instead of 2 seconds. But here comes John Wimbish. Oh, I can take that back. Not Wimbish. Wimbish is actually in 3rd. He's my live timing and scoring. I got to continue to reset it here. That's better. He is about 2.8 seconds back from Hunter McDaniel. John Wimbish is. Closest battle on track. I mean, I still got to go back to Tommy Haynes and Marty Ray. They're not side by side, but it's the closest. All right. Good to see another round of green flag pit stop soon. I don't know how you're going to want to execute this pit stop here. I get out my live timing and scoring sheet here and see when they last pitted. Let's go with the race leader with Bryce Whitson for a moment. He pitted 24 laps ago. He's coming on lap 98, so it's going to be 25 laps ago. You know, he's going to have to make another pit stop within another, we should expect to see him in another 7 to 8 laps, approximately. Last time he visited pit road was on lap 73. And I'm going to kind of even this out here. If he can go, I'm kind of doing crew chief calculations at the moment, even though that's not really in my job description here. But if he can go, if he can stretch that, because he's got a nice gap, so I'm sure he can save just a little bit. If he can go about 34 laps, that he should go pit road on lap 107, approximately. Now, that would bring him to 33 laps. So that just brings him to the border of pit road on fuel. Should make it. But I'm just I literally popped out a calculator, folks. I'm not joking about that. I popped out a calculator for Bryce Whitson when he possibly should pit. That is just a calculation. So I'm going to guess Whitson's going to pit at lap 107. So we'll see if Whitson pits. But if he can extend that, then he should be okay on fuel the rest of the way to the checkered flag. So far, nobody has visited pit road. Just kind of an update on drivers who have taken it to the garage. I do want to point out that Joshua Gillen is off track. He's taken to the garage. Travis Pryor had an internet connection failure. Jeremy Rigney's to the garage. Gary Wobel to the garage. And David Elliott. That puts 13 cars on the track, with 12 of them being on the lead lap. Oh, Tommy Haynes pushing a little pressure on Marty Ray. This is probably the most exciting battle on track that's been going on, that's been brewing up for a while now. Everybody kind of fanned out by themselves a little bit. Tommy Haynes can get this. He'll get 4th place on Marty Ray. The only difference between the two drivers is Marty Ray has 1 lap older tires. Oh, I'm seeing drivers hit pit road now. One driver at least. Brent Kuehl has hit the pits. Gary Cleaver. Oh, I'm sorry. Brent Kuehl is the only one on pit road. He's out and away. 14.8 second pit stop. Tommy Haynes still putting that pressure on Marty Ray up there. Like I said, that is the closest battle. Once again, I'd like to thank all the viewers who are watching for tonight's race here tonight at the Kentucky Speedway. You are currently watching the ExtremeMotorsports99.com NASCAR Xfinity Series Chase Race number 3 at Kentucky, live here on the OSR Network. Yeah, that's oh, here goes Tommy Haynes looking towards the inside now. Got a nice little bit of a run. Is he be able to try to get him? He's going to try to get him. So that's battle for 4th. Eric Tesk has made a pit stop. Bryce Whitson is coming in. Lap 105. This surrenders the lead to Hunter McDaniel. Tell you what, Whitson is the first one in the top 10 to flinch down pit road. Boy. Now I know they can make. Now I know they can probably make it to the end. So this is because right now Sinisek is currently in 7th. He's already working on 35 laps on being out there. Wally Tierheimer hits the pit road. That kind of tells me drivers can make it to the end on 35 laps. That's really no problem, and that's technically what it is right now. Whitson is out. Mike Rominger hits the pit road. Now this is the last time he was on pit road. Cost him a number of spots by overshooting his pit box. Let's see what happens with Mike Rominger here. Number 9, 50 miles an hour. Well, he took a more of a cautious approach, that's for sure. He's in his pit box, so much better pit stop. 4 drivers hitting the pits. John Wimbish, Hunter McDaniel into the pits. That gives the lead away to Tommy Haynes. Hunter McDaniel on pit road. This is a very critical pit stop because you can make it to the end now. Any other takers? Tommy Haynes stays out. Marty Ray's going to stay out. Michael Atkins is going to come in. Got some left front damage. Don't know where that came from. So that would mean here, folks, we got 5 drivers that have yet to visit pit road. Tommy Haynes is one of them. Marty Ray, Bryce Sinisek, Randy Perdue. The other driver is Kerry Cleaver, who's 3 laps down, but so technically 4 drivers. Oh, here comes the leaders. Tommy Haynes and Marty Ray pitting together. It's and Sinesek's going to pit. Bunch of drivers hitting pit road now. Randy Perdue is going to stay out, so this will give Randy Perdue the race lead once he passes them. Michael Atkins Jr. is still on pit road. He's in trouble. He was running fine. Don't know what the issue is on the number 2, Michael Atkins Jr. Did he get popped for speeding? I don't think he got popped speeding. He's still on pit road. He's got some significant damage though, so I'm not sure where that came from. I don't know if that's the... Yeah, they're beating out the damage on that number 2 machine. Such a shame. You're running very well in the top 5 here tonight, or top 10, I should say. And you got to, repair some damage. Randy Perdue finally hits pit road. This will give the lead back to Bryce Whitson. Eric Tesk, must say, it's trying to make up for what where he was earlier, because Eric Tesk started 4th. He is currently in 5th right now. Just ahead of him is Mike Rominger, but the difference is between Eric Tesk and Rominger. Oh, is that a car in a wall there? Number 69, Kerry Cleaver, very slow off turn number 2. But Eric Tesk, he's 6 laps older tires than Mike Rominger and 10 lap older tires than Marty Ray. Marty Ray is just coming off turn 4, so it's about 2.5 seconds. Watch Marty Ray gun down Eric Tesk. But that was the best option for Eric Tesk. That was the best option for Eric Tesk to do, is trying to make up those positions by pitting early like that. All right, folks, no significant battles are happening on the racetrack right now. We concluded should be the final green flag pit stops of the night. We are going to take our final commercial break of the night. You are watching the Extreme Motorsports 99.com NASCAR Xfinity Series Chase Race number 3 live here on the OSR Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Extreme Motorsports 99.com NASCAR Xfinity Series Chase Race number 3. You are watching this here tonight live here on the OSR Network. Bryce Whitson has a commanding lead now, and even a bigger lead since the last green flag pit stops. It's now opened up to about 4 seconds over Hunter McDaniel. John Wimbish is in third. Mike Rominger's back in the top 5, and Marty Ray rounding out. Marty Ray's around the top 5. Mike Rominger's in 4th. John Wimbish is in 3rd. Eric Tesk on the motor tires still trying to hang on. He's currently in 7th. Tommy Haynes, the pole sitter's in 6th. Overall, it's been a very solid, quiet race here coming towards the end here, with about coming to, what, 15 laps to go. 15 laps to go this time by at the start-finish line. 16 right now, 15 coming up. And it's been, everybody's all single file. There isn't any significant battles on the track. If there is ever a battle to brew up at all, it would be Eric Tesk and Tommy Haynes, but I think Eric Tesk is on the older tires, so he's going to slip back. Otherwise, 9 cars remain on the lead lap. Randy Perdue is running out the top 10. He's 1 lap down. And a very quiet night here tonight. Only 1 caution with 1 incident here tonight. Bryce Whitson has just been on a dominating performance here tonight. Led 85 laps tonight. Unbelievable. Now 86 laps. Providing we don't see a caution flag, this is practically in the hands of Whitson unless he has some crazy mechanical internet connection failure like we have joked about tonight. $14 lead changes tonight. I can't believe that. That's crazy. With the small amount of drivers that have really swapped positions for the lead here tonight. So, with that being said, Bryce Whitson's just been on a roll here, folks. I tell you what, 80 going on, he's going to be leading over 90 laps tonight for sure. He finished 3rd at Pocono 2 weeks ago. And after tonight, we got 2 more races left, and that's going to be Iowa Speedway next week and Chicagoland Speedway on June 27th. All on Wednesday nights, all 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would conclude the NASCAR Xfinity Series for the Extreme Motorsports 99. I haven't done it tonight. There isn't any battles going on. Oh, there might be a battle. 5, nope. 5's a lap down. Okay, I thought there was a battle going on. I guess not. A little bit of a shout-out sponsor. I usually do this for Mr. Bryce Whitson. I know he's leading the race and all, but on the hood of his car, it's Be The Match. BeTheMatch.org. Help Bryce out, folks, by going on www.join.bethematch.org/Hendrick. Help Bryce out, and I love his slogan. I've always commented on that. Hashtag never give up. Or never quit. Which is on the back of his car every single week. And he's not giving up. He's not going to be denied a championship. Hunter McDaniel is going to have his hands full the next 2 races, because he's really going to have to step it up to start leading the most laps, start staying in the lead, and winning races. If Hunter McDaniel wants a shot at Bryce Whitson, try to get this championship away from him. But he will increase that. I know Hunter McDaniel's been out. He already has collected a bonus point. I know Bryce Whitson's collected a couple bonus points. So realistically, in this league scoring, he's going to get full points, Bryce Whitson. Hunter McDaniel will get just 1 bonus point from the position he finishes in. I do believe it goes by the old NASCAR points. So he'll finish in 2nd place. So that's 42 points plus 1. That's 43 points compared to Whitson's 48 points. Whitson will just be gaining on points-wise just because he's racking up all these points. Less than 10 laps to go now. Coming down to 8 laps to go now. There isn't any significant battles on track. Number 5, Randy Perdue on fresher tires is trying to get underneath Marty Ray. Marty Ray wants to hunt down Mike Rominger for 4th. He's just ahead of him. A little over a second, or under a second. Marty Ray trying to gun down Mike Rominger. Mike Rominger trying to bounce back after a pit road miscue. Eric Test remaining in 7th. That was a good call to pit early like that, even though you lost 2 spots. Still going to come away with a top 10 finish. And Iowa Speedway is going to be a heck of a race next week here, folks. The short track, and if you're wondering what Iowa Speedway is, all you NASCAR fans, most of them know, but in case you don't know, it's just like Richmond. That racetrack, Iowa, is made practically after Richmond. Relatively same racetrack. The only difference is the start-finish line is more closer to the middle of the straightaway. Hunter McDaniel cannot gain on Bryce Whitson. 4.1 seconds. Outstanding performance tonight for Whitson. John Wimbish, we haven't really talked about him too much here tonight. He's been very, like I said, when I went through the top 10, he's been fairly quiet and been in the top 5 all night long. So if Wimbish finishes 3rd, we will be able to get to talk to him and talk about his quiet night. Battle for 4th. Marty Ray has caught Mike Rominger. This is the most exciting battle on the racetrack at the moment. 4 laps to go. This is an opportunity for Marty Ray, even though he's in the top 5, but this is an opportunity for him to capture 4th. And Mike Rominger was in the top 5 all night till his pit road miscue. He's back in the top 5. Trying to play a little defense to try to protect his lead, or protect his 4th place spot. Right behind him is the number 5 Randy Perdue, which is not for position. Perdue is 10th place, 1 lap down. Marty Ray coming towards the inside, trying to get the run. Cannot complete it. 3 laps to go. Mike Rominger finished 6th in Pocono. Marty Ray finished 14th. So both drivers having a solid performance day here today. 2 laps remaining. Marty Ray got around Rominger. Good job on Marty Ray. He's going to get 4th. Not too much Marty Ray could do, or Mark Rominger could do. Just so you know, there's damage on the back of Rominger. I wasn't 100% paying attention to that battle, but Rominger did hit the wall. That allowed Marty Ray to get that race lead, or get that 4th place spot. White flag lap for Bryce Whitson. Coming down the back straightaway. Down in turn number 3. Gonna come off turn number 4. And Bryce Whitson. Great performance tonight. He is a championship contending car, and he will win Kentucky Speedway. Hunter McDaniel will finish in 2nd. John Wimbish finishes 3rd. Those are the top 3 drivers we will qualify. And to the line for 4th spot, Marty Ray. Wow, what a race to the line. I don't know if we're able to get a replay of that to the line. It just happened. Oh, ever so close. 2 1,000ths of a second Marty Ray beat Mike Rominger by. Mike Rominger coming back from that damage after hitting the wall off of turn number 2. Great run, though. That was exciting. Doing the Alan Kowicki Polish lap for Bryce Whitson. Speaking of Bryce, we're going to pull him up for an interview. So let's pull up Mr. Bryce Whitson. He's already ready to go for an interview. Bryce Whitson, OSR Network, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir, Tanner. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great up here in the booth, and I'm telling you what, Bryce, you're just putting on a whale of a performance. You're not just putting on a whale of a performance. You're putting on a championship contending car, a race. Every race, you're putting on a championship contending ordeal, and that's what you have to do when it comes to these chase races. Tell me about your night, man. Looked like you guys were really even on older tires, but as the race went on, or on older tires on the same set of tires, but as the race went on, it seemed like if you just time it right on going down pit road, you can really gain that advantage on that track position. Tell me all about it.
Tanner, it's just, it just comes down to strategy at the end. I kind of had planned out what I was going to do, and, if somebody else would have done something different, I might have changed what I did. But, old tires versus new tires was just too big of a deal, and, I took advantage of that.
Certainly did, and you've collected a lot of wins this season here. And tell me, were you expecting any kind of caution towards the end of the race there at all? And if so, let's just say that there was a caution flag. Everybody would come down and get tires, and you come out first, and everybody else is behind you has the same set of tires. Would you be nervous if a caution would have came out and really played that whole strategy up?
Oh, a caution would have screwed everything up, man. I mean, a caution would have just totally changed everything. I was sitting there praying that everybody was going to mind their P's and Q's and we were going to get out of this thing caution-free at the end. Once you're all on equal tires and you're running for it, at this track, it's anyone's game. And, I really didn't want to have to run that hard. My goal tonight was purely to beat Hunter, Mike, and Bryce Sinisak during the race. So I really didn't want to run any harder than I had to beat them, and just kind of worked out for us.
It really worked out for you, and I loved your strategy on pit road, by the way. And I actually predicted you were going to come down pit road on 107. You actually came down 2 laps before, but I was close. But tell you what, Bryce, you gained now points on especially Bryce Sinisak and Mike Rominger and Hunter McDaniel, especially Hunter McDaniel and Rominger. You got 2 races left. Iowa. Let's talk about Iowa here. It's a short track. It's relatively similar to Richmond. How do you go about that race, since you did put some points gaps on? How do you go about that race?
It's going to be the same thing, Tanner, going into there. There's really 3 guys left in this points championship, me, Mike, and Hunter, and, Bryce is back there in a distant 4th. And, really it comes down to making sure that I'm ahead of them at the end of the race. I could care less who wins as long as, I can make up some points. But, going into Iowa, I feel really good. It's kind of funny. Iowa used to be my favorite track on iRacing, and then they came out with Kentucky, and now Kentucky's one of my favorite tracks on iRacing. So, I've got 2 races here in a row that I can do something with, and, we're going to go out and finish the season as strong as we can.
We were watching the chat earlier tonight, and a lot of people were saying that they like Kentucky as well, and I enjoy Kentucky. I don't know. I made a comment. I was not 100% sure if iRacing is ever going to release the repave version, and I might have mixed thoughts about that. But this older pavement is a very fun racing surface. But Bryce, thank you for taking the time to talk with us. Congratulations on the win. It's just another step closer, another step race to that championship with 2 races left. Congratulations, Bryce.
Yeah, thank you, Tanner, and I just want to give a big thank you out to BeTheMatch.org. BeTheMatch.org is the National Marrow Donor Program, and it allows people to sign up and be a bone marrow donor. I myself had a bone marrow transplant in January of this year. Everything's going great. I've been in remission now for almost 140 days. So, I would encourage everybody to go to join.bethematch.org and become a bone marrow donor. You just might save somebody's life.
All right. Well, thank you, Bryce, for sharing all that great information here tonight. That is Bryce Whitson, folks, finishing in victory lane here at the Kentucky Speedway. Now let's drop one position down to second place, Mr. Hunter McDaniel. Hunter McDaniel, do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear.
Hunter, it wasn't a bad race for you tonight, but there's one guy you do got to beat, and that's Bryce Whitson. And it looks like you really tried tonight. And I mean, you really tried on it when you did have the race lead. You're playing defense as hard as you can, trying to keep that lead away from Whitson. And unfortunately, you couldn't just have been able to hang on. Tell me about your night, man.
Yeah, it was an interesting night. Kentucky's never been a particularly good track for us, so we tried to play a field strategy to our advantage, and it worked in the first stint, and we were able to get up there and get up there in the lead, and weren't able to hold it. Yeah, we suffered in that middle part of that run where it seemed like right before the lap time started to level out. We just I don't know, the 99 was really quick. We just couldn't hold with him. It seemed like his car was on rails. Just couldn't get it done tonight.
Talk about the handling of the race car. It just seemed like at the early portion of the race when everybody was on even tires, everybody was just so even out there, but at times pushing up the racetrack. To me, from what I was looking and examining the race cars, it looked like all night the cars were pushing tight. I don't know if you can verify that or not, but although, how was the passing here tonight at Kentucky in the handling of the race cars?
Oh, it was definitely difficult. The car was definitely tight all race long. It was a little strange. The lap time seemed to really plateau and then fall, I guess, as the tires went through heat cycles. But it just seemed like, you just really couldn't make that much time up. I mean, I think even at one point the 2 car, he at one of those stints he had probably 8 fresher laps on his tires, and he only made up about 5 seconds total. So it was definitely really hard to pass. The car was really tight all over the place. No matter where you went, it seemed like it didn't want to stick. So it was really just about trying to find that groove where you could arc the turn and get a good exit off, and passing was at a premium. Definitely, that's why we tried to use field strategy to our advantage there at the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. But you did come up with a second place finish, though, which is good for points. But now let's talk the future here right now. Next week we're going to be going to Iowa Speedway, and then after that Chicagoland. So let's take this one race at a time here. Let's start off with Iowa, since that's our upcoming racetrack. You lost points to Bryce Whitson because he did lead the most laps, and you did finish in second. How are you going to go about this Iowa Speedway on trying to regain those points back from Bryce Whitson to make it even a closer championship?
Well, we're definitely fast at Iowa. We've shown speed there in the past, and definitely are ready for Iowa. So I'm not too concerned about how fast we'll be there. It's all about, who we're racing against. I know we made up a point or two on the 9 car, so we're going to be sitting in second in points, with a 1 to 2 point gap, probably about 10 points behind the leader. So it's just going to be about being consistent and, keeping your head on a swivel, because, one turn and your championship is over. So 10 points is not insurmountable, especially in 2 races. If I finish 5 points higher than him in 2 races, lead more laps than him, then, it's a different championship. So definitely Iowa is a good track for us. We're just going to have to, anything can happen at Iowa. Shorter track. Just got to keep aware there.
All right, Hunter. Well, hopefully we get to see a closer championship battle in points, and hopefully we get to see in victory lane again before the year's done. Congratulations on tonight's second place finish, and we will see you at Iowa next week.
Thanks, Tanner. I appreciate it.
That's Hunter McDaniel, folks, finishing in the second spot here tonight. Let's go to third place to Mr. John Wimbish. And John, do you got a copy?
Yeah, Tanner, I got you, boy.
Hey, John. Well, you had a very quiet night. I actually documented that a couple times here tonight. You started 5th and you finished 3rd. Tell me about your quiet night, even though I don't think you even lost the top 5.
Yeah, got back here around 7th, I think, or 8th with the pit stops, but it was pretty good. I mean, the car just pretty tight. You couldn't really make up too much time, but it was good. I like this track, so it was, fun for me, but it's just hard to make up any time on anybody there at the end, and you don't get any cautions and, stack everybody back up and go from there. But all in all, good night. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, absolutely, and your championship contention is really out of reach here according to points, but that doesn't stop you from contending for wins. We got 2 tracks to go. How do you feel about going about those next upcoming tracks of Iowa and Chicagoland?
Well, the good thing is I really like both of those tracks. The negative part would be that I'm supposed to be at the beach next week, so I might miss it, but I might flip a coin and drive the 5 hours back here to Martinsville, Virginia, so I can get the race in and turn around and go back. You never know. So looking forward to it. But really, I race just to have fun, and I enjoy it here. Everybody at Extreme 99, does a good job, and a lot of good competition out here. And so just I might be here, I might not. We'll have to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you think? I want to kind of go back to the race here. One final question, going back to the race. Let's just say if there was a caution flag out, and it brought the field together on tires, did you think you would have had a shot at the win if everybody came down for tires and you came out like third?
I mean, I think it would be tough. I mean, obviously the 99 Bryce Woodson's super fast, and Hunter's always good and fast, so it would have been tough, but. If our bumpers were to meet, then, maybe. So, I mean, I'd wreck my grandma to win a race. That doesn't matter to me. But Bryce has gotten plenty of wins on the season. But, it just didn't happen for us. But, third place here in this competition, all these guys. And my main thing was just I wanted to run, consistent laps there at the end and not give up a lot of time to Marty and Mike behind me there. And my teammate, Tommy Haynes, brought it home in 6th. So, really happy with our night and how everything went here.
All right. Well, John, we thank you for taking the time to talk with us here tonight. Congratulations on the 3rd place finish, and hopefully you can get a win before the end of the season.
Yeah, I hope so, man. Been at it here with Extreme for a long time, and I just had never happened. I finished 2nd at Chicago last time we went, and so we'll see how it goes. But I want to thank my sponsors, autosbynelson.com. If you're looking for a newer used car, look them up. Denver Smith Engineering, Demon Racing Carts. He makes 3rd track go-kart chassis, so look them up as well. If you need anything, Virginia Racing School here at Petrograd Community College in Martinsville, Virginia. So just thank all those guys, and I appreciate you and Dave being here, and everybody Extreme puts a race on.
All right, you heard him, folks. That's John Wimbish. He finishes 3rd here tonight at the Kentucky Speedway. Congratulations to him. And Dave, well... final thoughts before we go through the final results. Some people to thank, and we'll wrap her up.
It was a heck of a race. Only 1 caution, clean race. Question is, what's going to happen to the next 2?
A lot of questions, and we will soon get answers. All right, let's go through the race results here. Bryce Whitson wins the race here tonight. Hunter McDaniel finishes in 2nd after starting 12th. John Wimbish finishes in 3rd. Marty Ray finishes in 4th after starting 11th. Mike Rominger bounces back into the top 5 after a miscue on pit road, finishes in 5th. Tommy Haynes finishes in 6th. He was the pole sitter tonight. Eric Tesk, solid comeback for a top 10 finish, finishes 7th after a pit road speeding penalty. Bryce Sinisek finishes in 8th. Wally Tierheimer in 9th. And rounding out the top 10, Randy Perdue 1 lap down, and Brent Kuehl is in 11th. Kerry Cleaver 12th. 13th place, Michael Atkins Jr. 14th place is Joshua Gillen. Travis Pryor finishes 15th. Jeremy Rigney in 16th. 17th place, Gary Webold. And David Elliott rounding out the 18 cars that have started tonight's event. All right. First and foremost, let's thank some people here. Thanks to the organizers of the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Racing League. To find more information about these guys, go to www.extrememotorsports99.com. For more information, go to their website. This was race 3 of the NASCAR Xfinity Series Chase Race. And thanks to all the drivers for putting on such a great show. Thanks for all the people who communicated in the chat tonight. Thanks to the team, to Mr. David Everly, who did the double duty here, but a lot of double duty since he's in the production truck doing a lot of multitasking out there tonight. And I'm Tanner Sharp. This is David Everly. We will see you next week at the Iowa Speedway for race chase number 4 at the Iowa Speedway next week, Wednesday. That would be that would be June. Gotta get my calendar up. June 20th. Next week, Wednesday night. See you later, everybody.